All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of UFTA Premium. I'm your host, Darren Walters, and it's great to have you here today. In this week's edition of UFTA, we are going to explore a couple new things, uh, a couple of concepts that have been talked about in the previous weeks, but we're also going to explore game variants, alternative ways to play the game. And we're also going to explore the partnership program, which is basically just playing as couples or playing as pairs on a team. Okay? And so the first thing we're going to talk about is the game variants. One way to play UFTA is simply to kind of just forget the whole sort of selfish aspect of gameplay where you're competing with others, and instead you can cooperate and achieve a common goal by simply growing the most hunger tokens, right? And in that sense, it removes the competition, but you still have adversities and obstacles and struggles to overcome. So it's still very much a part of living your life, living the reality of UFTA and overcoming these things. So that's kind of a big deal. Um, and of course, we're also going to explore the partnership program. Oh, I did want to mention before I forget about it, the one aspect of gameplay that I really want people to understand is with the 3 to 4 grower games. UFTA is really set up for uh, only 2 players, at least as far as the bag amount goes. You can play a full game by depleting the bag, right? Well, when you add a third grower or a fourth grower, then you're dealing with a scenario that requires more crops in the bag. And so once the discard pile starts piling up with crops, and the bag is depleted, the game shouldn't end there for the 3 to 4 grower game. In fact, it should keep going. You should take the discarded crops in the discard pile, place them back into the bag, and then keep playing, right? And then the second time that it depletes, that's really the time when you should consider ending the game. Okay, so make sure when you're with your friends and family or your partners, just make sure you agree on which game you're going to play, the extended version or the standard play at one draw bag. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, here we have a 4 grower setup. If you notice, we got growers A, B, C, and D. And we're just going to, I'm going to simulate partners, and we're just going to see how they cooperate and how they interact with each other, what they can and can't do as far as sharing resources. And then we're also going to explore just every time there's a transaction between growers that benefits either party, we're going to say that that transaction actually costs an action. So it's important to bear in mind that even though you're doing something positive towards each other's end goals, it's still going to set you back in action if you do, in fact, make the connection, share the resources, share the love, so to speak, and go from there. All right, so we've got our setup. I think we're ready to start. We have a nice robust table set up here, so let's go ahead and begin. All right, so we've got a 6 to start. We've got cucumbers. The growing season in UFTA, by the way, is patterned after the real-life growing pattern of actual crops, actual plants, okay? If you talk to your farmers, organic or otherwise, they kind of follow these patterns, right? You know, you tend to plant cucumber early. Corn and beans are always kind of planted a little bit later. and it's 30 to 60 day varieties. Okay, so here's cucumbers. And we're gonna pay 2 tokens for that. Haven't gambled. I guess I'm going to give you an unofficial plug for Johnny Seeds. Johnny Seeds are that's a company. I believe it's in Minnesota, but I wouldn't swear to that. And they're a seed producer supplier for various farms throughout the state. So that's something to bear in mind. You know, when you start looking at well, how much is my farmer paying for seeds? And is he or she passing those costs on to the consumer or not? Okay, so here's a 5. Let's go with cucumbers. Okay, here's a 6. We're not sabotaging yet. It's far too good. Let's go with the peas. Beans. Okay. Looking good. Gambling's not happening. 2 is happening. We could get peas. We could move the cucumbers down since 2 growers have it. Notice how we have grower A and grower B both have cucumbers. So grower D is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. There's something about efficiency in UFTA that you want to kind of place on a pedestal, because anything that improves production and efficiency and those matters improves the farm, improves the productivity, ultimately feeds more people. Okay, so here's cultivate and harvest cukes. Cucumbers on the wrong spot is 10. Flip that over. Spinach. Spinach, I think we'll discard. Now notice we have 2 growers that are competing for cucumbers. So is that really a good crop to go after as far as cornering the market, right? Maybe not. You'd really have to be kind of defensively minded, right? Because you're going to have to go on the warpath, and you're going to have to use a raid sabotage action to rescue from the piles, the spent harvested crops. You're going to have to rescue them from other growers. So harvest. Cucumbers on cukes is 14. Get rid of that. Squash. Vice productive. Okay, so we've got cultivate and harvest peas. Peas on the wrong spot is 8. 2 back. Beans. Get rid of the beans, I guess. Okay, cucumbers. Not ready yet. That's peas. Peas are going up. Okay, 2 is a potential card. Notice how you can share. There's many resources you can share as couples, and I should say at this point, grower A and grower D are together, while B and C are together. So if one person buys a card, both parties have bought the card, right? So Oh, look at this. Okay, so here's an important decision. Check out the card I got. We love this card. When it seems like the world's full of adversities and too much to overcome, there are silver linings. There are rays of sunshine, and this is the ray of sunshine in Ufta. Collect 10 hunger tokens. But if I save the card, not only can I earn 10 tokens on it later, but I can place a Fender Doodle on there and earn double the amount of the card, which is another 10 tokens. So essentially 30 tokens possible, right? So great card to hang on. And the other benefit is you've taken the card out of circulation, which means others aren't getting the benefit, right? So there's always another, like with Ufta, there's layers. There's layers of meaning, there's depth, there's a lot going on, trying to say. Okay, here's 2. Here's my card as well. Okay, 4. So, we need to talk about trading. Trading is an action in this particular setup in a couples game. And the growers can initiate trades in between turns, of course. But I feel like they should also be allowed to trade on their turn. That's how important trading is. And so we're deciding as a team, what should we grow, right? Well, we got cucumbers, potatoes, peas. Grower C has potatoes, so they're just going to go ahead like that. But they're also going to put a Fender Doodle out to make sure that those cucumbers don't, or the potatoes don't move. Notice how that's a free activity, right? Deploying the Fender Doodle as a baby into the farmer's market is a free activity. It's not an action, so you're safe to do that. Okay, so here's cucumbers. No, we're not ready yet. This grower can't buy a card. But here's an excellent case in point. What was I just talking about? Placing the Fender Doodle on the potatoes to keep them from moving anywhere in the market. And lo and behold, this grower had a 2. They could have moved those potatoes. Not down to the 1 spot, but that is always the concern, right? So, you gotta be on your toes. You gotta be thinking pretty sharply. Okay, so here's cucumbers. All right. So we've got 4. Potatoes. Two in the cup. Here's a 4. Now here with a 4, we're going to Now this grower's thinking about Fender Doodles. So how about that? Okay, so we've got 2 potatoes. We're just not going to move. Not quite enough to earn a card. So we're gonna move kale. Yeah, cucumbers are gonna move down. Now, one thing partners can't do is they can't just outright tell each other what they have in their weight cue tray, okay? So that's got to remain under wraps, because I think the interplay between hidden knowledge and revealed knowledge is such that we want to maintain some tension and suspense. And so we can't have too much cherry. Okay, so here's potatoes. We're just gonna move something else. Wash. Okay. 5 productive. Peas. Okay, so this grower, they have to, they can carry out their 2 actions, but they're also going to test the game by, we're going to be placing a maybe doodle out on cucumbers. And so we're going to cultivate and harvest potatoes. The right spot is 11. Incorrect spot, I mean. Flip this over. Carrots, we can get rid of. Okay, so we have this adversity card. Oh yeah, we want to keep that. We're going to use our second action to place a baby on. Where is it? No, we haven't. I think we used up both actions, so. Alright, so here we go, 5. Cultivate and harvest cucumbers and cucumbers. It's going to be a successful maybe doodle, so grower B is happy. Cucumbers is 12. Chard moves up. Radishes. We discard. Okay, so timeout. There's another opportunity in the game where partners can alert each other and say, "Hey, if you're throwing, don't throw away that, because I might want it on my end." Right? So I think that's a case where. Growers are free to communicate. What they simply can't do is they simply can't list off the crops in their weight cue tray and tell them. As far as I know, I mean, I don't think they should. Maybe they should. This is a case of just exploration, and I don't know the best, the most fun around. Until we experiment. Potatoes is 11. Draw 2. Kale we get rid of. Carrots we get rid of. Okay. Peas. Okay, 5 productive. Here we're going to cultivate and harvest. We got peas on the wrong spot. It's 13. Spinach we get rid of. Cucumber, kale, peas, broccoli. Here's 5 productive. Okay, so we've got kale. Do we use this card? No, we don't. But we already used up our actions. One of the tricky things in Ukta is just remembering all the benefits you have. they start to pile up over time, and it can be very difficult to process them all. To think of them all in time so that you can take advantage of them. Okay, so here's a 5 productive. I think we'll purchase something. And then we're going to use it. Okay. 2 is another purchase. On a card. 2 Crocs. Cucumber, kale, peas, broccoli, radishes. 4 productive, cultivate and harvest. We've got kale on kale. Is 10 tokens. Corn we'll keep. Carrots we'll get rid of. Haven't gambled. Not gonna gamble. Can't. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, it's another 2, so I think we'll just buy another card. Not always the best idea. This is just my personal playing style. You may play completely differently and play in a superior way. It's very, very possible. I love chess, but I'm not very good at it. Right? That's the one thing. I try to be good at it, but it's really a lifelong sort of thing. Right? You can always improve. There's no ceiling on how much you can accomplish. Potatoes, carrots, radishes, corn, and beans. It's all up to you, right? It's your decision making. Okay, so here's a 6 sabotage. Not gonna do it. Just want to farm for now. Potatoes is pretty good. Not quite enough to make a purchase in the resource shop. Okay, so we're going to have corn, beans. In this case, we're going to move the crop. We can't move their potatoes down, so we'll move our. Yes, we will. What we're going to do is instead we're going to move the peas that are in the 1 spot up to the 10 because they're bouncing past the 12 and 11 positions. Okay, haven't gambled. I'll gamble. No, I won't. Okay, 4, cultivate and harvest. Potatoes, 11 big ones. Get this over. Charge, moves up a spot. Corn, beans, spinach. 6 sabotage, it's not going to happen. Here we have spinach and broccoli. And carrots. We're going to go with carrots. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 in the cup. Okay, now sabotage. Got. Oh, maybe we should. This grower has carrots. They do seem to have a lead. Now we'll remove their carrots. And we're going to plant something awesome. Peas. Okay. Yeah, speaking of not remembering your own benefits, I think I forgot that this grower bee has, they've got the disc, which means they should get 1 token every time somebody plants something, and so we may have missed it. I'm trying to keep track of 4 growers, so you'll forgive me. I'm not the guy in chess who can play like 20 other people at the same time and keep it all in my mind. I don't know how they do that. I also can't juggle. I don't know how to juggle. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. Yeah, gymnastics and juggling. I'll pass on both. Okay, so we've got... Okay. Okay. 2 is... I could move their kale. Purchase a card. I think it's time to purchase a card because the end of the growing season is upon us, right? Oops. Okay, the spinach goes to squash. 2. Guess they're going to purchase a card too. So we have a lot of weapons in this game. You know, we're walking softly and carrying gigantic sticks because the adversity cards are evenly dispersed. Now there's quite a few of them. Now we're purchasing another one. Okay, so here's a 2. 2 is radishes, moves up. And we'll just move that kale down. Now, is there any trading? I mean, this grower has kale. It's moved down a spot. I don't know yet. Oh, I've also, yeah, once again, it haunts you. If you don't take advantage of those benefits, you'll kick yourself in the end. The disc owner over here is also partnered over here, which means they didn't have to pay for the disc, and I'll bet you I did that. I bet you I paid when I didn't need to. So there's definitely subtleties and nuance in Ukta, so you'll need to familiarize yourself a little bit with how the game mechanics work, how the rules work, and before you can achieve some sort of mastery. Okay, so squash goes to cucumbers. And lo and behold, that's the end of the growing season, so now we reset our gamble tokens. And then we load up on all these adversity cards, which is a lot. Okay, here we go. 2. I think we'll move the peas all the way down. It's a good defensive maneuver. 6 sabotage. This kale is not worth going after in this particular case, so we're going to go full steam ahead on peas. Peas on peas. Oh, peas got moved down to the 1 spot. Yikes. So it does acquire the undercut crop status, which is 20 now, by the way, not 30. And, that's hardly a coup. Okay. Here we're cultivating and harvesting kale, but only after we've liquidated. That's why liquidation is a free activity. Okay. 9 tokens and 1 back. Okay. There's 2. Productive. Here's your crops. Here. Okay. And there's the kale. Nobody. Okay. So now in the second round, we can maybe do up to 5 tokens, right? Which is pretty impressive. Okay, so here's a 5. Turning 5s into 10s. I think everyone likes that. Eliminate some poverty in a hurry. Okay, here's cucumbers. Okay, 4 productive. We've got broccoli. We've got carrots. Carrots. Plant. 5. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2. Okay. 2 is productive. We got remove 2 crops. Purchase money. Now we may want to consider using those, right? Or we can liquidate. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play it. Remove 2 crops from the field. We've only got 1, but that's good enough because it's a 12 spot. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to liquidate off of here. And grab up the harvester. And we're going to disc. Okay. 2. Man, another card? Maybe. Why not? Tractor available. 4 is productive. So we're going to harvest. We got carrots on the wrong. Carrots on carrots. It's 11. Potatoes, we don't know what to do with. Haven't gambled, so I'll gamble. Okay. So I pay 3 tokens. And we're going to disc. Oh yeah, I guess kale. Is that the best stuff? Yeah, I guess it is. Now spinaches. Okay, so plant. Okay, cucumber, kale, peas. Have a gamble, I'll gamble. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, I'll go ahead and plant. We got the potatoes. Plant and cultivate. Nobody owns those yet, so we're good. Here's a 2. Yet another card. Now, I was also considering there might be a some sort of a special bonus if all the adversity cards are distributed to all the growers. But I don't know what that should be. I mean, should something go to the person who owns the most adversity cards, or should it just be evenly distributed? Whatever the payoff is. Or maybe there's a hardship. Maybe maybe if you do that, you unlock some sort of malevolent effect. Who knows? Okay, so here's 2. We're gonna get it off there. We already bought the card. So. Okay, so 6 sabotage opportunity. Okay. We can take their potatoes. They don't have much score anyway. So let's just focus on what we can do. We can liquidate. And we can make another purchase. A cedar. Alright. Cultivate and harvest spinach on spinach is 8 tokens. Productive. We've got potatoes, and we don't need to pay anything because we own the harvester. So we've got potatoes, not on the right spot. There's 11. Corn. Keep. Yeah, we're gonna keep that corn. We're gonna bump up the radishes because that gives us an edge. Puts the corn and radishes together. Alright. Cucumber, cowpeas, broccoli. Speaking of radishes, they're ripe in the market. Okay, so here's a 2. Man, another 2. I just keep buying cards. 2 crops from the field. Or where we want to. We've got broccoli, we've got beans, we've got kale. We've got kale and beans. So we're going to go this. We're planting. Kale and beans. That's 4 tokens. Having the 1 back. Okay, here we go. Haven't gambled, not gonna gamble. Cucumber, cowpeas, radishes, chard. Here we have a 6. Now we've got the opportunity to sabotage, and it looks like we should. I'm gonna take their kale. Not literally though. We're going to remove the kale. Right here. And the second action, besides liquidating, is probably planting the next thing, which is corn. Here's a 2 productive. Take a card. Beans. Yeah, we're gonna move those beans up. Corn all the way down. Cucumber, cowpeas, radishes, chard, potatoes, carrots. Okay, here's 4 productive. In this case, we're going to purchase that cultivator. So this game is shaped up to be pretty interesting because it's been very heavy on adversity cards, but we've also got 2 growers who've earned 2 resource shop items each. And so we'll see how that dynamic plays out when they play partners. Share those resources. Okay, so there's that. Disc. Liquidate. Okay. Carrots, potatoes, corn, and beans. Cultivate and harvest. Corn on the wrong spot. That's 4 tokens. Which isn't much. Corn goes up here. Okay. One's productive. Remove 2 crops. Unproductive, I mean. Okay, so here's the beans. Cultivate and harvest. Beans on beans is 13. Moving to peas. And once again, depreciating the value of the undercut crop. Okay, so 5. This card doesn't have very good options, okay, so they're going to liquidate. They're going to liquidate, and then they're going to purchase the organic spray. Why not? Second thought, no, we're not going to do that. The reason we're not purchasing the organic sprayer at this point is because even though it can provide you the potential benefit of warding off all of those different adversities, especially with a fender doodle on top of it, this grower partner is probably going to purchase crop insurance. And then the question becomes, does the crop insurance cover both parties? I don't think it does because there's a minimal amount of crop insurance available. Well, I don't have a good justification yet for doing that, so we'll see. Or beans? I don't know. Hopefully, the older you get, the more you realize I don't know matters more than I do know I'm going to tell you. Because there's stuff we don't know. That's the truth. What happens after we die? Yeah, nobody knows. Okay? With certainty. What can we talk about? Like, is anything in the spiritual world worth talking and discussing about since there's no empirical data? There's no way to test it. Science can't get at it. We do know that societally, do unto others works. Yeah. Civilization runs on that, so it's pretty good. Okay, so here's a 1. Okay, so cucumber, kale, bean, corn, and beans, spinach. 2's productive. Good Lord. This person has a lot of cards, okay? I mean, they've got 6 cards. So think of the haul when just in one turn, they're going to hit pay dirt. Okay, so here's sabotage is not worth it. Liquidation is. And this grower really needs more score. So they can do cucumbers and chard. And broccoli. Can they do this though? They need to cultivate and harvest that stuff, and it's going to cost 12 tokens. But here, okay. So here's an interesting aspect of partners play. Can they in fact share their hunger tokens? And the answer is yes, but it is going to cost them an action. So this grower is short of funds, but over here we have plenty. So what's going to happen is they use the seeder, and now they're going to ask for funds, roughly 15. Because the funds are not doing any good over here for grower C. Grower C is stymied because their crops are just not that valuable at the moment. So their best bet is to use the action of sending the hunger tokens over here. Okay? So run out of crops in the bag. So now we hit that crucial moment in the game where, since we have 4 growers, we're going to go ahead and fill the bag up and keep on trucking. Okay, so here's the 6. We've used up our 2 actions. We may also protect those. No. Now we're getting greedy. We don't have enough funds to cover this, but we really do need to protect those from harm. Have a gamble. Liquidate off of there. Okay. So we're gonna go with squash and kale. We're gonna go with beans and corn. We got broccoli. Over here we have nothing. So our best bet is broccoli. Sometimes that happens. You know, you want to optimize your chances every time, and you just the situation doesn't present itself where you have an opportunity to score. Okay, so there's plague. That's the last card. Spinach goes to squash. Haven't gambled. Gamble. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3 tokens. Or that's not right. 6 tokens gone. Okay. So 6 tokens gone. But this grower's going to disc. And plant something. It's going to be spinach. No, it's going to be peas. Now here's a case in point where we've got the undercut crop. If we look at the 10 spot, it's got a 10 tokens on it. This grower didn't originate, it was actually grower D that did. Grower A, however, is planting peas, but they're not going to go after the undercut crop because if they wanted to, they would have to pay a barrier to entry fee of 15 tokens to grower D. That's not going to happen. We don't have the funds, so they're just going to go after the regular peas in the position that it's at. Okay, 2 productive. Purchase the. Okay, so we purchased the last card. All the adversities are out, which kind of means until somebody unleashes all of them, we really should have smooth sailing, right? So we'll see what happens. Oh. We've gone around the round, which means we need to replenish all this. Too many topics arise sometimes in UFTA, and I can't keep track of them, all the issues. This kind of solves the problem of the quantities, you know, because I didn't know how much of each item I needed to make for UFTA in order to cover all the different scenarios that come up for people. And I did at least solve the problem of if all the adversity cards are out and all of them receive the funds, should they in fact, will the tens cover it? And it turns out I have a couple tens extra and then placed in the token containers, and so it turns out everything's fine. So, all right, that problem is solved. Okay, so we're gonna cultivate and harvest. We got cucumbers, chard, and broccoli. So we got 12 tokens. 12 tokens goes to grower D. They own all the stuff. Okay. So we got 12, 9, 21, and 5, 26. 26 tripled is 78. 60. So here's 90. And we'll get 12 back. Okay. And 78 is 8 tokens. Eight tokens goes to last place, which is over here. Yep. Oh, so when you're considering subsidies, you don't include both partners' harvests, right? Or hunger token totals. Okay, we want to focus on the one grower and what their totals are in order to figure out the subsidy. Okay, so here's 5. That's done. Oops. Pull 3 out of here. Carrots we move up. There's chard. Carrots we keep. Yeah, we keep and we get rid of beans. Okay. 6 sabotage. We're gonna sabotage peas. Yep. So they don't get it. And now the undercut crop has been completely eliminated. There's no no tokens left on it. So interesting. And we're gonna cultivate. Broccoli. Okay, here's a 4 productive. Squash, we've got kale and beans, we've got broccoli. Okay, we're gonna get peas and radishes. And corn. So we're disking 3, planting 3. Corn, peas. Okay. Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 goes into debts. Squash goes to cukes. How did we get... Okay, so we're ready to load up again. That can't be right. I don't think it's on squash. I'm thinking it's on radishes. Okay. I have to go to the tape on that one. I honestly don't remember which one it should be on. Corn, beans, spinach, squash. Squash. Okay, so we're gonna disc. We're gonna plant spinach and squash. I disced one. I planted. I have the one back. Draw 2. 2 is productive. Oh, we don't have a card. That's right. So what should the reward be? You know, if you deplete all the cards, leave a question or comments in the description of the video below, because I'd love to get your feedback. And now, what do you guys think? What's the most pleasurable, fun outcome in this particular case? Okay. We're gonna move on. Oh, we gotta fulfill the card. Fulfill the action though. Okay, haven't gambled. Gamble. 1, 2. So there's 3 tokens. Broccoli on the wrong spot is 5. Okay, so now we're cultivating and harvesting for free. We got corn, kale, spinach. So they're gonna score big. We got peas. We got kale and we got corn. Corn's on the right one, so we got 9, 15, and 8 is 23. 23 times 3, 69, right? Yeah. So there's 70 and a 1 back. 7 tokens to last place. Still over here. These all move up. One, two, three. Corn. Okay. Cucumber, kale, pea, radishes, chard. 6. Okay. Squash and spinach. Cultivate and harvest. And now, this grower is taking advantage of the partner who owns the harvester and the cultivator. So we're doing these actions for free. Spinach on spinach, squash on squash. 10 and 4 is 14, becomes 28. 30 and 2 back. We're also going to liquidate. Haven't gambled, I'll gamble. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we have a 6. This grower, you know, they could make a purchase. There may not be that much game left to play though. So they went without the crop insurance. they're not going to purchase a farm crew because you have to have a 5, remember, to do that. So they could purchase the master grower, believe it or not. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. We don't get to visit. Here's the master grower in case we forgot what it is. It allows you 1 extra field action, rent rules apply. Meaning basically you get another action, but it has to be paid for. Okay. I'm sorry, it's a free action on top of the regular 2 actions. I think that's right anyway. There's 60 pages of rules. Cut me some slack, right? Okay, so here's the 6. Sabotage. Do we do it? No, we don't. But we're going to disc for free. We're going to plant for free, which is carrots, radishes, chard, spinach, and squash. Look out. That's a 4-crop combo, so now things get serious. Can the other growers stop them? Not if they protect. They don't have crop insurance, so that's a huge factor, but the reality is they can protect using the money. Haven't gambled, not going to gamble. 6 is a sabotage. We're going to disc. And we're going to go spinach, kale. No, we're disking 2. And we're going to go with kale and beans. Kale and beans. Okay, so we're disked and we planted. We don't have anything in the plant, so we're just gonna do that instead. Radishes, chard, potatoes, carrots. Two. Can't do that. Yeah, the reason I can't do that is because there's no cards left. Alright. Okay, so here's a 2. Let's try something else. We're gonna disrupt the 4-crop combo. So we just did it, you know? You're not gonna be able to score it. So here's a 2, so they do get a chance. Because they don't want to move the ball. They do want to get rid of it. No, don't want to do that. Oh, yeah. Okay. They disrupted the kale and the beans for grower D. Those were lined up over here. But now the beans moved up to the 10 spot. Okay, so here's a 5. This grower hasn't been able to get anything going offensively, but they've been a huge help to this other grower financially. Okay, so I'm gonna disc. What have we got? Beans and broccoli. Beans and broccoli are going to come. 5 productive. Cultivate and harvest. We got kale on kale, beans not on the right one. It's all free, so those were disrupted, so beans on the right one. No, kale on the right one. We got 10 and 10. It's 20. And that worked out really well because that messes up their 4-crop combo. 2. You have to grab 2 out of here, so spinach goes up. Carrots. Carrots we keep. We get rid of. Corn we get rid of. Okay. Cucumber, kale, peas, potatoes, carrots. Haven't gambled, not gonna gamble. 5. Oh, we can't do the 5. Okay. So we're gonna disrupt their stuff again. Well, they got carrots. The spinach is out of place. Let's move the radishes. Let's move the squash up out of the way. Alright. Pretty good defense in this case, right? All things considering. I'm proud of the fact that UFTA gives you plenty of opportunities on both the offensive and defensive ends, okay? That's the real beauty. Just like any sport, I suppose. Okay, so here's cultivating and harvesting. But we're going to do 3 actions because we own the master grower. Cultivate. Harvest. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's actually 16 tokens. 14 back. Okay, so none of them are lined up. We've got carrots on the right spot. Zenopta, 16 tokens. Squash on squash. It's 4. 7. 7, 16 is 23. Spinach on spinach is 10. So that's 33. And then radishes on radishes is 5. Okay. So that's 35. Which means 4 tokens goes to last place. Still over here. All right. Okay, so now here's an important rule you need to be kind of aware of. If there aren't enough crops to fulfill the rules of replacing crops on a harvest, then the game does end because you can't fulfill it, right? So in this case, I would just take the spinach and I would say spinach goes where it needs to. Play these out, corn, corn, again. And then those 3 don't go in the bag, okay? Because again, we created a scenario where we need an extra crop and we don't have it. So the game ends, that's final harvest, kicks into effect, and it looks like the grower C, of all people, is going to get half harvest from broccoli, beans, and spinach. 4.5. everybody else is barren. Their fields are empty. So that concludes the game. And so what did we learn? We learned that pooling resources is a pretty cool effect in the game. I think you'll find that these are higher scoring games, and just by virtue of the fact that all of the adversity cards were spent, and they all earned tokens on the growing season renewals, right? And so that's pretty impressive. I don't know who won this game. I'd say just off the top of my guess is Grower D. But Grower A sure has a lot of adversity cards. He scored a lot. So. Anyway, it was a well-rounded game. Everybody scored. Everybody played defense. Everybody had fun. And I think it's a winner. So. All right. So until I see you next time, keep on playing Anuka, everybody. And I'll see you then. Adios.